Hey everybody, Taylor with KC here, and in this video, we're going to be taking a look at how to customize your KC Flex Era LED light bar. So what we're going to be looking at in particular is two different components of the bar. Number one, we're going to show off how to change out the colored bezels. It comes pre-assembled in the gold, but we also have blue, black, and red bezels available. The second component that we're going to be taking a look at is how to swap out the lens. So in this video, we're going to be taking off the gold bezels. We'll put the black ones on, and we're going to be taking out the pre-assembled clear combo beam lens, and we're going to swap it out for a spot performance yellow lens. So the first thing that you have to do to get started with this whole project, number one, is to pull off the faceplate. This is a one-piece faceplate that is secured by all of these bolts around the face of each segment there. Every single one of these bolts has to come out, and you are going to be reusing those, so don't lose them. Put them somewhere safe. Grab your hex key, your Allen key, whatever you want to call it, and get to loosening each one of these. I would use a hand tool to get each one of them cracked loose. Just go ahead and get each one of these cracked, and then yeah, just go ahead and pull each one of these bolts out. Okay, so as we go ahead and pull out the final bolt here, got everything set aside, you'll notice that the whole faceplate is completely loose. So at this point, what you can go ahead and do is just gingerly lift up, and the faceplate itself will be removed, leaving you with all of the bezels kind of around the lens itself. So you can pull the bezels off, simple as that. And because we're also swapping out the lens, we're gonna pull the lens out right now too. If you were simply just swapping out the bezels, you don't even have to peel the lens off. I would actually recommend not peeling the lens off if you're not going to change it, because then that keeps the original sealed nice and tight here. It will have a gasket inside of it. It's a form-fit gasket. You'll see the little channel. It's probably going to stay inside of the light bar itself. So this is it. This is the lens itself. That's the old one. This is going to be the new one we're going to put on. But as you can see, it exposes the internals of the light bar to the environment. So you're going to want to do this in a clean, situation. So you don't want to be doing this out in the desert when there's dust kind of floating everywhere. So just be smart about when you're doing it. So a couple different options for how you can get going here. What I typically do is I will go ahead and put the lens down first. You're going to want to make sure that your gasket is nicely seated in the channel here, all the way around. It's a nice form-fit gasket. You're gonna wanna make sure you don't have any fingerprints, dog fur, anything like that on the inside of this lens here before you put it on. And then just go ahead and carefully plop it into position there. Then what I typically do is grab my faceplate and I'll put it upside down, and I will grab each one of these bezels here and drop it into position. And you'll kind of notice that they clock into position because there's little ears or little tabs in each of the corner of the bezels. So this just helps you align it up on the lens itself. The lens does not have any clocking on it. That's on the faceplate itself. So that's why I put it into here first. And you just find the orientation, and there we go. And then just kind of plop it right into position, just like that. And now everything that you need is right there. At this point, you're gonna wanna keep even pressure on it as you get a few of these hand threaded in. You don't have to go crazy with threading it in. It's just to get it started, just so everything stays in alignment here. And it really is a pretty simple process. So just get a few of them going here. I usually do the corners. And then once you get some of the corners in, you can grab your tool and just kind of spin them down a little bit. And at this point, you're gonna wanna get each one of them making contact with the faceplate itself, but you're not gonna wanna snug it down quite yet. Because it's a gasket, you kinda wanna apply an even pressure and even seal to it. So I'm gonna get all of these in and started, and then all of them pressed down till they're making contact, and then go one by one and start to make even pressure and tighten all the way down, all the way around the lens itself. Okay, and that's pretty much everything. So as you work your way around and go ahead and do the final tighten on everything, get it nice and snug with even pressure, you're pretty much done, whether you were just doing the bezels or doing a lens swap or a combination of the two. So as you can tell, we totally changed the look of our Flex Era light bar. I can pop off the covers to kind of show what it originally looked like and what it looks like now. Totally different look. It's pretty quick and pretty easy. It's very easy to do. A lot of bolts, so it takes a little bit of time. We just timed ourselves. It's about 12 to 14 minutes to do a single 10-inch segment, and we're kind of taking our time doing it for the video as well. But overall, if you do have any questions about this install, please leave them in the comment section below. Hopefully this is useful and it shows you how to swap this thing up. As a reminder, we do have all the different lenses, so we got both the clear combo and the clear spot included in the master kit. Available separately is the spot beam in performance yellow and the combo beam in performance yellow. We also, of course, pre-assembled in the gold, but we also have blue, red, and black bezels available as well. So check all those different products out in the link in the description below. And thank you again for tuning in. Remember to adventure further.